welcome back to Vidyanagar online science class. How are you guys? Are you fine? Okay. We are going to conclude our 6th chemistry chapter, combustion and flame, in today's class. By the end of today's class, you will realize the harmful effects of burning fossil fuels. Shall we begin our today's class? Okay. Increasing consumption of fossil fuels has harmful effects on the environment. Increasing consumption of fossil fuels has harmful effects on the environment. The main reason why fossil fuels cause so much damage is due to the formation of pollutants like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide emitted when a fuel is burnt. Moreover, burning of fossil fuels leads to the air pollution. We are about to discuss the disadvantages of burning wood as a fuel in the first part of our today's class. For centuries, wood was used as the industrial and domestic fuel. It has been replaced by LPG and coal. In some rural part of our country, people still use wood as a fuel because of their easy availability and low cost. But burning of wood produces a lot of smokes, which is very harmful to the human beings. It leads to, or it makes respiratory diseases. Also, trees provides many useful substances which are lost when wood is used as fuels. Moreover, cutting of trees leads to deforestation, which is quite harmful to the environment. Now, it's time to discuss the health issues due to the burning of fossil fuels. Burning of fuels like coal, petroleum, etc. releases unburned carbon. Due to the incomplete combustion. As we have discussed in our previous class, incomplete combustion produces smoke. So when we inhale this smoke, it causes respiratory problems like asthma. So when we prepare food on chulas with the help of wood, this burning of wood produces huge amount of smoke, and when we inhale this smokes, these smoke contain dust particles and dust particles, etc. So when we inhale these smoke containing dust particles, we may get respiratory diseases like asthma. So when the fuels like coal, LPG, etc. burns, they releases unburned carbon due to the incomplete combustion. As you know, incomplete combustion produces smoke. When we inhale these smokes containing dust, we will get respiratory diseases like asthma. So it is not good to inhale smoke produced when wood burns. So what is the first health issue? Burning of these fuels produces smoke. And these smokes contain dust particles. When we inhale the smoke, these dust particles enters to our lungs and we get respiratory diseases. And the second case, you see, incomplete combustion produces carbon monoxide gas. Incomplete combustion produces carbon monoxide gas, and this carbon monoxide gas is highly poisonous. When we inhale this poisonous carbon monoxide gas, This carbon monoxide gas mixes with the hemoglobin of our blood. Why the blood in red color? Because blood contains hemoglobin. So, the inhaled carbon monoxide mixes with the hemoglobin and forms carboxyhemoglobin. What is the product formed when carbon monoxide mixes with the blood, hemoglobin of our blood? Carboxyhemoglobin. So, the carboxyhemoglobin formed reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. That you know, blood takes oxygen to the different parts of our body, right? So, the formed carboxyhemoglobin reduces or it decreases the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, which means in presence of carboxyhemoglobin, blood only takes very less amount of oxygen to the different parts. So, if our body parts do not get enough oxygen, we will get severe health issues. So, we need enough amount of oxygen for our proper function, right? So, if our different parts, if they do not get enough oxygen, according to that, we will get different serious and severe health issues. So, the carbon monoxide formed from the burning of fossil fuels mixes with the hemoglobin of our blood and they forms carboxyhemoglobin. So this carboxyhemoglobin formed reduces or decreases the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, which means our body parts do not get enough oxygen. So if our parts are lack of oxygen, we may want to face severe health issues. Okay, then you see, it is not good to burn coal, the fossil fuels like coal in a closed room. Closed room means, you know, there is no any air passage. There is no way for the air or the smokes to go out. So, if we burn coal in such rooms, what happens, you see, it may kills the person sleeping in that room. Because I told you, carbon monoxide gas is a very poisonous gas, right? So if we burn these fuels in the closed room, the carbon monoxide produced from the burning fills in that room. It fills in that room. So if carbon monoxide is filled in that room, the person or he or she sleeping in that room takes this oxygen, takes this carbon monoxide, and that will lead to the end of that person's life. So it is not good to burn coal in a closed room because it may kill the person sleeping in that room. So the carboxyhemoglobin reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, and it is not good to burn a coal in the closed room because the produced carbon monoxide kills the person sleeping in that room. Okay, and the third case, burning of fossil fuels leads to global warming. Burning of fossil fuels lead to global warming. How? As you see, burning of most of the fuels produces carbon dioxide. Burning of most of the fuels produces carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide have the capacity to absorb, or carbon dioxide is a good absorber of heat or temperature. Carbon dioxide is a good absorber of heat or temperature. So, if we burn more and more fossil fuels, more carbon dioxide produces, and this carbon dioxide absorbs more amount of temperature or heat, and finally this increases the temperature of atmosphere of the earth, or the formation of carbon dioxide increases the absorption of heat or temperature, or this absorption of heat or temperature increases the temperature of atmosphere of the earth. If the temperature of the atmosphere increases, it leads to the melting of polar glaciers. It leads to the melting of polar glaciers. Once these polar glaciers get melted, you know, it increases the amount of water in the sea. That's why it increases the level of sea. Why it increases the level of sea? Because this melting of polar glaciers increases the amount of water in the sea. If there is increase in the water of the sea, it affects the people living in that areas, like coastal areas. So the melting of polar glaciers increases the amount of water in the sea, which means it increases the sea level. If the sea level increases, the water started to overflow, or it comes to the seashore, and it affects the people living in that area. Sometimes low-lying coastal areas completely submerged under water. Sometimes, you know, the low-lying coastal areas completely covered by the water. So what is the main reason behind this? The burning of fossil fuels. Burning of fossil fuels produces carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a good absorber of heat or temperature. So if you burn more and more amount of fossil fuels, the amount of carbon dioxide increases. Increasing amount of carbon dioxide increases the temperature of the atmosphere, and the temperature of the atmosphere increases. It leads to the melting of polar glaciers. The melting of polar glaciers increases the water in the sea. If there is increase in the sea level, it affects the people living in that area. Sometimes low-lying coastal areas are completely submerged under water. Okay, and the last and very important effect of burning fossil fuels, acid rain. Burning of fuels like diesel and petrol produces sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide gases. So which are the pollutants obtained from the burning of diesel and petrol? Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Among these two, sulfur dioxide is a suffocating and corrosive gas. What is suffocating gas? Suffocating means, you know, when we inhale these gases, we feel some, you know, disturbance to take the breathe. So that is suffocation. We will feel like this, you know, some disturbance. So that is meaning of suffocation. So the sulfur dioxide formed from the burning of diesel and petrol it's a suffocating and corrosive gas, and also it forms nitrogen dioxide. When this nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide mixes with the moisture of the air, when this sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide mixes with the moisture of air, and they form their corresponding acids like sulfuric acid and nitric acid. When these sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide mixes with the moisture from the air, they forms their acids like sulfuric acid and nitric acid. This sulfuric acid and nitric acid comes along with the rain is known as acid rain, and this acid rain affects the crops and it affects the surroundings. So what is acid rain? The burning of diesel and petrol produces gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, and this sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide mixes with the moisture of air and forms the acids like sulfuric acid and nitric acid. This sulfuric acid and nitric acid comes along with the rain is known as acid rain, and this acid rain is not good for the crops and the surroundings. It makes some, you know, problems for the crops and the nearby monuments like, you know, Taj Mahal. How the yellowishing of Taj Mahal? Yellowishing of Taj Mahal, actually the color of Taj Mahal is white, right? Now it changes to yellow. It's due to this acid rain. So this acid rain is not, you know, it affects, the acid rain affects the crops, buildings, fields, etc. Because it's not a normal rain, right? If it is a normal rain, no problem. But the rain is acidic. It contains acid. If that rain mixes with the acid, definitely it's not good for the crops, buildings and our surroundings. Okay, so what are the effects we discussed related to the burning of fossil fuels? First we discussed about the burning of wood. Burning of wood produces respiratory diseases, and also it leads to the deforestation. And second point also, burning of fossil fuels releases unburned carbon, which leads to the respiratory diseases like asthma. And burning of fossil fuels produces carbon monoxide. This carbon monoxide mixes with the blood to form carboxyhemoglobin, and carboxyhemoglobin reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. And it is not good to burn coal in a closed room because it may kill the person living in that room. And the fourth one, global warming. Global warming is due to the increased amount of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide absorbs temperature, and this increased temperature increases the temperature of atmosphere, and it leads to the melting of polar glaciers, and melting of polar glaciers leads to the increase in the sea level, and increasing sea level affects the people living in that nearby areas like coastal areas. Okay, and the last one is acid rain. The pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide released from the burning of diesel and petrol mixes with the moisture of the air and forms corresponding acids. These acids come along with the rain is acid rain. Acid rain affects the crops, buildings and our surroundings. Okay, so nowadays these fossil fuels replaced by CNG. Now we just discussed about the harmful effects of burning fossil fuels. So because of this problem, nowadays these fossil fuels replaced by CNG. What is CNG? Compressed natural gas. Compressed natural gas. And the CNG produces pollutants in less amount. CNG produces pollutants in less amount. That means the pollution rate of CNG is very less because it is a cleaner fuel. So why CNG can be used to run the automobiles? Because CNG produces less amount of pollution and it's a cleaner fuels. Guys, this is the end of our 6th chapter, combustion and flame. I hope you got it the point. Watch the video carefully. We will meet you soon with another video. Until then, bye. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.